What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're looking at another best class setup here in Modern Warfare. It's going to be a multiplayer class setup, not a Warzone class setup, although you could change things some up and make it into a Warzone class setup if you did want. But without further ado, let's hop right into it. So the gun we're looking at today is the RAM-7. It was a gun that was added in during Season 1. It is still obtainable if you did not unlock it during the Season 1. You can unlock it by doing a challenge, so you can still get it today if you just picked up the game. Let's head over into the attachments that I do have on this. I do have a blueprint on here. It is the corrupt blueprint, so it may look a little bit different than yours. And I also have the platinum camo on it as well. Muzzle, I don't have any muzzle, but if you were playing Warzone or wanted to go silent on the radar, you could opt one of the attachments out for a monolithic suppressor. And I have the FSS Ranger Barrel, which increases the damage range, increases the bullet velocity, and increases the recoil control. Now this will have deductions to your aim down sight speed and movement speed, but overall it is worth having the FSS Ranger as your barrel. I don't rock a laser on here, and a lot of people do run the iron sights on this gun, but I prefer an optic. Stock, I don't have a stock on here currently, but if you didn't want to run the optic, you could opt out for the XRK close quarters stock, which increases the aim down sight speed even more, or you can opt out the optic for the monolithic suppressor to stay off the radar. Moving down to the bottom, we have an underbarrel of the Merc foregrip. I went with the Merc for better recoil control and hipfire accuracy. This is the best accuracy you can get on the RAM-7. I've tested out the Commando, the Merc, the Ranger. They're all very similar, so you could opt out for a different one if you wanted. I personally like the Merc foregrip because it deals specifically with that vertical recoil or recoil control. Moving on, ammunition. This is another preference one. I like to have the 50 rounds, especially if you're going to be playing Warzone. But it's nice to have more than 30 rounds because this gun does shoot quite fast. But if you did want to, you could again opt the ammunition of the 50 round mags out for either a monolithic suppressor or the XRK close quarters stock. And then for the rear grip, I have the stippled grip tape, which increases the aim down sight speed, making it faster, and your sprint to fire speed. But your aiming stability goes down a little bit, but it's just aiming stability. If you're not unsure what aiming stability is, it's when you aim down the gun and it has a little bit of a sway. As you see that gun sway, that is the aiming stability. That is overall what I have on the RAM-7. Alright, so let's move into the stats of the weapon, then we'll get to the rest of the class. For the RAM-7, you have a 4 to 6 shot kill. It has a 1.5 times headshot multiplier. So the quickest time to kill would be 2 headshots and 1 body shot for a 3 shot to kill potential. It has an 882 rounds per minute fire rate. And with its quick time to kill and fast fire rate, it is quite forgiving if you're missing a couple bullets. One thing to note is that the recoil is up and then to the left, whereas most guns in this game are up and then to the right. So it may be take a little bit of time to get used to, but overall it is a very accurate weapon. And then also, it is tied with the Grau 5.56 for the fastest ADS speed out of all the ARs in the game currently. Now heading into the rest of the class, we have the secondary. I have the Renetti. It's level 32. I'm still working on getting the burst attachment for it. I have no muzzle. For the barrel, MK1 extended. Although the MK1 competition looks amazing, it's just not worth it to put it on. So MK1 extended, damage range, bullet velocity, recoil control. Similar to the FSS Ranger that we have over on the RAM-7. Laser, I go with the 1MW just so the enemies can't see it and my hipfire is a little bit better. No optic. You could opt for one of these if you wanted. Stock, don't have a stock on it currently. Trigger action, I repeat, you need the lightweight trigger if you're going to be using this weapon. It fires so fast. It's very close to the fastest firing secondary in the game, but the M19 takes it over. The stock M19 doesn't shoot as fast, but the M19 with the lightweight trigger shoots just faster than the Renetti. But I believe the Renetti is a better pistol than the M19. Rear grip, I have the XRK Pro Grip for better recoil control. You could go with the XRK Speed Grip if you wanted to. It looks cooler. It increases aim down sight speed so you can aim in faster and sprint to fire speed. But you don't really need to be doing that with a pistol. It already aims up fast enough. I went with recoil control. And then perk, I have frangible disabling. Could go for fully loaded or frangible wounding. Now, like I said, I like to get my guns up to the max level before I show you guys a best class setup, but it is taking me forever to level this gun up. So this is what I have on it right now. But once I unlock the burst attachment, which is under the barrel, you get at level 46. We'll be slapping the burst on there for sure, and then possibly a Kimbo as well. Moving on to perks, EOD, restock, amped, lethal, and go with the Semtex. Tactical, have to go with the stim. Now, if you're playing Warzone, I would go for cold-blooded, ghost, and then either amped, shrapnel, or tracker. Amped allows you to switch weapons faster and reload rocket launchers faster. Shrapnel gives you an extra piece of lethal equipment, and tracker allows you to see enemy footprints. For the lethal, if I was playing Warzone, I would go to C4 instead of Semtex. And then for tactical, I would switch out the stim for a heartbeat sensor. So that is my overall class. I'm going to head over to my stats. So there it is, the RAM-7. Almost 1,600 kills, almost 1,300 deaths with it. 1.23 KD, not the best, but it is what it is. 334 headshots, 0.20 accuracy. Again, I don't like to look at accuracy too hard, just because you never know. There's those times where you just have to spray down range, cover your teammates. But those are my stats with the RAM-7 as of my time using it. Now this is a top 3 used AR in my opinion, for me at least. I like the M4, the Grau, and then the RAM-7 is pulling in my top three. So let me know if you guys have ever even used the RAM-7, if you ever thought about using it. If you did use it, let me know what you run on it. Let me know if you run a similar setup to the one that I showed you here today. If this setup does help you, let me do it down in the comments. I try to give you my best recommendations for your playstyle, or whether you're playing multiplayer or Warzone. Hopefully this class setup did help you. If you guys did enjoy, please, if you like on this video, comment down below your thoughts, and be sure to subscribe because we are so close to hitting that 100 subscriber mark. So thank you guys very much for that. Thank you for tuning in to all my live streams. You guys seem to be really enjoying that, so more to come shortly here. Be on the lookout for that. And be sure to hit, if you do subscribe, ding on that bell for notifications. It'll let you know when I post an event for live streaming, when I start live streaming, when I post a video, whatever you want to see. And you guys, thank you so much. But as always, if you did enjoy, tell your friends, tell your family. You know where to find me at Pytash at all major social medias. That's Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, and YouTube. All at Pytash. And I'll see you guys next time.